Where's the show going? Where's the show going?
Starting.
Welcome to Gets My Goat, the show that chats about things that gets on people's goats. My name's Keris Nelms. I'm still in the Cotswolds in Underedge. We have got the fantastic Danny Poe still back with us. Hiya, Danny.
Hiya, Keris. You all right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, good. Lovely
How's
stuff.
This week been?
It's been good, actually. I ordered some, because I'm trying to keep myself fit, I ordered some Thai pads online, and I thought it was one pair, but they said one, and they literally brought one to me, and I was like, well, hang on, I thought there was a pair, and then I realised there was only one, so I've had to order another one, and then I've got them both now, so I've done a little bit of exercise in the garden, so that's good.
Great story.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, hang on. Hello. Somebody must know that Leo's here.
Yeah, people who fucking
remind us where you are, Danny, in the UK.
I'm in Hartlepool.
Shithole.
Yeah.
Hi, Dee. We got the fantastic Dee Maxwell back with us. Hiya, Dee.
Hi, how are you? I'm just coming from you next to Glasgow because there's no point in saying where I come from in Scotland because no one knows it unless you're from Scotland.
Hiya, Alex. A good week, bad week?
What is it, Katy Perry? She says she's hot and she's cold, she's in and she's out, she's up and she's down. One of those weeks.
Kissed a girl and she likes it. Hi, Catherine. And then we got joining us this week, we got Leo Curse, fresh off the plane from Australia, carrying coronavirus.
Yeah.
Hi, you right?
Hi, Keris. Yeah, I'm all right.
And whereabouts are you in the UK, my darling?
I'm in Ruislip. I wish I was back in Australia. I left Australia, right? It was winter in Australia. It was 26 degrees and sunny. I could go to the beach, drink beer and stuff. Come back to the summer in the UK, and it's 12 degrees and raining. You know what I mean?
And how long were you in Australia for?
About 5 months, 5.5 months.
Yeah, and you decided to come back this week. You fucking idiot. Anyway, this is Get My Goat. If you're watching at home, you can share the links so we can get more viewers. That would be lovely. You can also join in live. Jim from Comedy Hotspot is in the background. He will be putting your comments along the bottom. We'll reply to as many as we can. And also, if you can afford to, we have got a donate function as well. We're going to get straight on with one of Dee's. Just to start us off on a good note, we're going to talk about those cunts, those people that are always happy. Bastards.
Fucking honestly, I've got a friend, Jackie, and I love her very dearly, right? But we go on holiday, and I'm the kind of girl that you 2 coffees before you even go. You know, don't breathe in my direction, don't speak to me. I'm not a very nice person in the morning unless I'm having sex, but that's not what happens. But I didn't go, and she comes out and she goes, "Good morning, would you like a cup of tea? Good morning." And she's like fucking Snow White, and I just want to rip the blonde hair out her head. It's the only time I hear, and she's happy all the time. She's like, "I was in a car crash, but I'm all right."
See, I would love to be one of these people, but I'm so fucking angry all the time. But I really like these people, and I'm like, oh, this is really great, and I really appreciate that you're like that all the time. But it would fucking kill me to be like that. Danny, you're not a happy person, are you?
I'm always a happy person, Keris. To be honest, when people are too happy, it makes me question what they're hiding. Do you know what I mean? They're just constantly happy all the time. I'm going, come on, there's got to be something wrong with you. I mean, imagine if they were like a doctor or something, going up to someone and going, "Hi, I'm so sorry, but your husband's dead." Do you know what I mean? That they just, you know, just please have different emotions. Just fucking, you know what I mean? Separate everything. But to be fair, I mean, it is nice that people are happy, but I think they've got something to hide. People are happy all the time.
Serial killers.
Yeah, Leo, absolutely.
Leo, you're not.
Yeah, I think, man, like you say, Danny, they're putting on this fake, this front, and you know it's going to break, and when it breaks, they're going to suddenly like just fall apart and be like clawing at the walls and screaming and stuff. That's just going to happen, man. I just look forward to seeing that, you know.
You seem quite happy, Leo. You seem quite happy. Quite sort of happy-go-lucky.
Always happy, Keris.
Yeah. You fuck you, motherfucker. If you're exactly, this is why we're on here. Gets my goat. You watch. We try and push Dee and Danny to their limits. Leo. Danny normally blows his top normally every week.
I haven't got much more to lose. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. If you're watching at home,
Danny, you can get a hair transplant.
You can, but I'm just happy to be bald because I look the same now as I will when I'm. You've just had a hair transplant.
I had a hair transplant.
Did you really? How much was that?
So you can see it's a little bit. It's a little bit thinner. You can sort of see in the light. It's a little bit thinner than like my normal hair. But yeah, I had a hair transplant. Went to Turkey. Did it super cheap.
I've heard
chickens running about the floor. The guy's like smoking a cigarette while he's doing it. You know what I mean? Just fucking pinging his hair in your head.
How long ago did you have it done?
Huh?
How long ago?
October last year.
There you go, Danny. 6 months' time. You could look like Leo.
See, I'm happy being bald because I look the same now as I will when I'm 70.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy with you being bald.
As I am, right? And as long as I use Just for Men on my eyebrows for the rest of my life, I'll still look the same age as I will now.
So if you're watching now, we're raising money for Danny to have a hair transplant in Turkey. I'd also like some nice teeth, some veneers. I'd also go to Turkey. Yeah, I'll have some veneers. If you're watching at home, please share the link so we can get more viewers. You can also join in and tell us what pisses you off. Danny, let's go for one of yours. People who add words to their sentences unnecessarily.
Yeah, it's like when I remember before I was on my way to a gig and I was on the phone with my mate and he says, "Where you going?"
Back in the day.
Oh, that was a long time ago, Keris. My God. This is a history lesson for everybody. When Canadians used to do gigs, right? So I was on my way to a gig and, I was on the phone to my mate and he says, "Where you driving?" I says, "Oh, Torquay." He went, "Oh, that's a good 6 hours." I'm like, "No, mate, it's just fucking 6 hours. Why is it the good 6 hours? What the fuck is the difference between a good 6 hours and a normal 6 hours?" Do you know what I mean? Actually, it's a shit. If you want to fucking add words into the sentence unnecessarily, it's a fucking shit 6 hours because I'm sat on the motorway, I'm bored, and then I'm going to try and drive home, which I probably won't because I'm staying in a hotel so I can have a drink because I'll be pissed off with the journey on the way there and the road diversions on the way back. No, it's not a good 6 hours. You're fucking wrong. So I don't like it when people add words unnecessarily into their sentences. It pisses me off. It's fucking terrible.
I just have to address that then. Nick Jones has just put Sainsbury's managers are always happy. He's referring to a fight and a lifelong ban that I may have received last week in a Sainsbury's store. Anyway, let's carry on.
Why did you get a lifelong ban?
We need to know. You can't say this and leave it. Come on.
You need to tell it.
I told Sue to fuck off. Dee, have you got any experience with what Danny's saying? People are adding shit in.
I grew up obviously. I grew up donated. Yes.
There. Woohoo!
Right. So I grew up in a place where guys were basically, we were supposed to be women, we were meant to shut up, and I didn't do that from a young age. So I always thinged up in big words, and I had a thesaurus. I was one of the people that had a thesaurus, and I say things to my friends even now. I'm like, "Shut up, you're a ridiculous idiot," and he's like, "I'm either a fucking idiot or I'm a ridiculous. I'm not a fucking ridiculous idiot. What the fuck is that?" So no, I do it all the time because I like to look educated. So I use adjoining words and bigger words when I'm trying to look smart.
Leo, do you drop an extra word or two, or have any experience with these cunts?
No, I like to remove words from sentences. It just adds a bit of mystery as to what I mean. You know, I'm like, I stand at the bar, I'm like, "Can I get a pint of?" And then they've got to work out what I mean. You know what I mean? Just take some words away.
I like that. As I am from the West Country, we do actually put the word mind a lot of the end of our sentences. I like that mind. Do that for me, mind. I've been there, mind. Exactly. So I can imagine that's quite confusing for people. I normally put it on my Facebook and then wonder if people know what I'm talking about. But everybody that lives here knows that we put mind on the end of it.
And another one that annoys me as well is when people say, when they tell you about when they've had an argument with someone, Oh, well, I had a fucking argument with him the other day, and I turned round and I said, what, you turn around 360 degrees before you fucking said it, do you? Is that what happened?
Yeah,
No,
no,
you didn't turn round. You just fucking said it. There's no point to say you turned round and said it, is there?
Oh, bloody hell, Danny. Fucking, he's on one today. See, this is it. Amy's gone away for a week and you fucking lost your shit.
Top
You've got the
right,
neighbours making food for you. What's wrong with you? If you're watching at home, please share the link. Let us know what gets on your tits. Jim from Comedy Hotspot will put it on the bottom. And you can also donate if you've got. We're raising money for Danny's hair and mine and Dee's teeth. Leo, is there anything else you want? Penis
Even though I've
enlargement?
taken by alcohol with it, so.
I want a tummy tuck as well.
You want a tummy tuck as well? Penis enlargement, Leo, or are we all right on that?
Oh no, I think I need to take a bit of girth off it.
Oh yeah.
It ain't give me some of that, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Right, we'll go to one of Leo's. Leo's fresh from Australia, been back in the UK barely a couple of days. Leo, tell us what pisses you off about people who vandalise war memorials.
See, the thing is, I might have misread the tone of the show. I was like, what pisses me off? And I saw somebody like vandalising Churchill stuff. I was like, people who vandalise war memorials. But like, I should have picked something a bit more lighthearted. But yeah, like it pisses. The thing is, the people who vandalise war memorials are like, they're working against their own interests. Any reasonable person watching that, like you go and vandalise Churchill's thing, they're going to be like, what a bunch of wankers these people are. You know what I mean? Like it's daft. And also, if they hate Churchill, if they think he's racist and stuff, wait till they find out what the other guy did. Man, Churchill.
Lord
I was reading on Churchill to find out, what this, I heard he was a racist and all the rest of it, so I did some reading. Turns out he beat the fucking Nazis. He beat the Nazis in the war. I mean, surely that's worth something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that. We've had to save Lord Baden-Powell today, who is obviously the founder of the Scouts. They went to take the memorial down, and it was surrounded by old men in Scout uniforms, which I found slightly creepy. Added to the reason why it should have come down, really. It was like 40-year-old men, 50-year-old men. Hang on, rotten people blowing their nose. People are eating it. Give me, blowing their nose and eating it. Christine said something just then about nothing gets on her tits because she's had a double mastectomy, which is nice. That's the tone of the show. Leo, don't worry about the tone of the show. Well done, Christine. You're with us.
We found a level now. That's it. We can say what we want.
I gotta just say, like Michael Jackson saw the statue thing coming, man. He built his statues to float. Nobody's chucking a Michael Jackson statue in the river.
Exactly. We've got there's about 80 memorials in the UK now that are under threat. We've had ours taken down in Bristol already, but on that note, they've campaigned for years for him to come down and change the name. We've got a big live venue called Colston Hall, which they've been trying to change the name of for years, which is where all the big comedy shows are, big concerts and things like that. So deservedly so. Some need to kind of maybe be brought down, but I mean, do we take it into our own hands, or should they be done like properly by the proper people?
Maybe the civic protest should move a bit faster, and when people want to take them down, they should like take them down instead of leaving them up for ages. Because it's just it's better if the government takes them down than mobs take them down. It feels a bit like Siege of Basra. When people take them down themselves.
You should watch the takedown of the Colston, Edward Colston in Bristol. To be fair, they fucking pushed this. They pushed this monument about a kilometre through the city of Bristol to get it to the water. Now, and where they pushed it in on the water, there was a lot more water before that. But for some reason, they pushed it all the way down the waterfront, and over this little bit. They could have made their job a lot easier. But my favourite part of it is there's photos of supposedly white people the following day, obviously trying to get the statue out of the water. And people have wrongly assumed that these are racists. And those of us that know that they're local jippos looking for the scrap metal. They ain't fucking racist. They are people that are like, that's some fucking decent money down there, and they are getting in there, and they are getting that money out of the thing.
Absolutely, fucking if it's scrap, you know what I mean? Get it in there. Especially when
Greyfire's hobby is the next target. His hate for cats being a downfall. Oh, Dee, let's go back to one of yours. If you're watching at home, please share the links so we can get more views. You can also tell us what pisses you off. Let us know, and Jim will put it along the bottom, and I'll read them out as soon as I can. Dee, people who talk while eating. Oh, what's the matter?
I wanted to say about the War Memorial.
Go on.
I was all right with it till they wanted to take the one in George Square.
What's that? The one with the cone on its head?
Yeah, I was all right with when they started. I was like, I'll take whatever one you want. And then it popped to take glass. I was like, aye, that'll be nice.
Is he got racist connotations?
I don't know what the guy even stands for. I'm an ignorant child that didn't learn about her history. She took Valium in her history class. I couldn't tell you how to get Edinburgh without a sat nav. You know, I don't know anything about history. I'm one of those people that's ignorant. I was like, oh, really? What's Wellington Square? I quite liked him. He held me up when I was steaming, but it was dead funny because I'm going, should be taken down, disgusting. And then it came up with, I went, aye, that'll be fucking right. What's going on?
I've actually weirdly got a photo of him in the corner as the famous one on the horse, with the traffic cone on his head, which I fucking love. If you're going to have a statue, it at very least should have a traffic cone on his head or some kind of I
have no idea what he stands for before I get lynched and get called insensitive and everything else. I have no idea what makes him need to come down.
We just like the traffic cone on his head. We just like the traffic cone on his head. Right, Dee, we'll go on to another one of yours. Now you've as long as they leave your Desperate Dan statue alone. Indeed. People who talk while eating, Dee. People who talk while eating.
It's the most disgusting thing that I can think of apart from farting at the dinner table, right? It's got to be the worst thing. Somebody going, so what have you been up to, Nana? And the worst is the chips and stuff's moving around their mouth, and see if they've got false teeth. My auntie used to do it. She had this art eating a chip and then talking to you and then moving her teeth in and out. And I'm just like, just stop it. No one wants to see a washing machine full of food. I used to hate feeding my children. I used to think, this is fucking disgusting. Liquidising shit and making this wee baby eat it and get it all up its face. So see, and then there was one woman, tomato soup. She was sitting at break. She was eating tomato soup. It was all over her face, and I'm not exaggerating for comedy effect. And I went like that to her, you've kind of got it in your face. And she went like that with her bread roll or bat or whatever you want to call it, right? She went like that.
Oh no!
Dirty cow.
Lovely.
I suppose it saved her using other materials, so she might have said she was protecting the environment. Do you know what I mean? Fuck it, I'll use the bomb. You know what I mean?
I'm going to go to Leo on this because I've seen Leo on many a date, and I know he doesn't talk with his mouth full because I've seen him on many a date in Australia of him and his date just sat in silence eating. Leo?
I don't like to disturb the eating time. Also, I don't like people talking while they're eating because I don't want a conversation while I'm getting a blowjob.
Leo, you little bugger. You little bugger. This is also a thing. As an older single person, the more time goes on, I'm echoing, sorry. The more time goes on, the less tolerant I am with shit like that. If I'd have met somebody years ago that would sit across me eating, I'd be like, that's fine, I can deal with this. But now, no fucking way. If you're talking, your food's dribbling out your mouth, get stuck in your fucking beard. Danny, you like that?
Oh, that is the worst, especially when it's fucking, like I spoke about before, when it's yolk and you can see it dripping and you're like, you dirty bastard. Do you know what I remember, right? When I had a teacher, I had a maths teacher, and he used to talk, right? And as he used to talk, you could see the string of spit, you know, like he opened his mouth and it was like, sort of like, you know what I mean? It was minging. That's bad enough. But when people eat and when they chat as well, even when you try and do it with your mouth closed, like I've tried to do politely and try and and then follows. Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking minging. It's disgusting. Even Melanie Simpson is about to vomit.
She's boking. Leo, what you'll find with Dee is that she can talk about cock and sucking people off and fucking and stuff like that. But the moment you mention like shit on a toilet brush or what was it? What did you just mention then? Egg yolk in a beard or spittle. She can't do that. She can't deal with that. But anything sexual related that's filthy, she is all right with that. The rest of it, no. It gave me the fucking boke sloppy eaters. Boke is a new word. I've only learned this word in the last few weeks.
Yeah,
So
it's a great word. There's another word as well. There's a word for people who make that noise when you eat, like chamming. It's called chamming. I just found that out.
We call it chatting.
We call it smacking.
Smacking, yeah.
I call it dead. We're going to go on. If you're watching at home, please tell us what fucked you off. Is it people picking their nose? Is it people eating with their mouths open? And what? Tell us, people smelling. That is rank. Thanks, Kyle. You can share the link for us so we can get more viewers. That'd be lovely. You can also join in. Tell us your comments on the bottom and we'll read them out as soon as I can. You can also donate. Let's go on to another one of Danny's. Danny, I mean, this is just fucking random. I mean, I think you're picking on the big man here. Google Maps.
Right. Google Maps is good, but there are certain elements of Google Maps that I do not like, right? Which is the begin? Not when you're in the car. That's fine. That's all fine. It's when you
Google. Listen up.
When you're walking with Google Maps, right? Because before you start your journey, you don't know where the fuck you're at. It takes you 2 hours to find your fucking starting point because you don't know where you're at. You start walking back and forth. You're like, hang on, right? So I'm here. Right, so is it this way, my journey? Is it that way, my journey? So I'm walking up and down like this. Before I know it, I'm doing a fucking bleep test before I've started my journey. I'm absolutely shattered. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, fuck, you do know where you're going, but you've used more energy than you should have done. That is my biggest criticism with Google Maps.
1 second. Christine says people taking their dirty socks off and sniffing them, the dirty bastards. Dee's loving that. Dee is loving that. Danny, I just have to address the elephant in the room just quickly there. What the fuck are you wearing on your bottom half?
Oh, sorry, no, these. You see, I didn't think I was going to stand up until I realised as I stood up.
Some of us know not to stand up.
Let me Baywatch short.
Oh my days. By Baywatch, you just mean red because there's no way that they would have hit. D, it's me, Celine Dion, joining from Darlington, the North East, loving this. So what were we talking about after the Goppin shorts showed up? Oh, Google Maps.
Google Maps, yeah.
Any problems with Google Maps, Leo?
Google Maps, it's annoying. I never even thought of that before, but yeah, you don't know where you're pointing at the start. Yeah. You don't know where you're pointing, so you got to do that weird thing walking around.
And then you walk halfway down the road and you're like, no, I've gone the fucking wrong way.
Let's gone the wrong way. I turn around.
The amount of times I go on holiday with my son, right, and like we're stuck in LA and I'm trying to work out the route, and he gets really fucking angry with me, and I'm like you do it. Like it's not as easy as you think it is. So we'll go halfway down the road in the dark, nearly about to get like held up by gunpoint, and I'm like, we've gone the wrong way, and then we have to go back. And he gets really pissed off with me. No, old school and use a big unfolded map. See, this goes back as well. When I used to drive in the car before sat-nav and shit like that, I swear I used to drive with the map opened out on my steering wheel because there was no other way of doing it.
And then, what are we doing? And then when you got maps on the internet, and then you print off about like 37 A4 sheets with like, and then you like go up, you wouldn't be able to find your way back onto the map.
Yeah, that was my favourite thing. The AA thing, it wouldn't point. It wouldn't just point out like the turnings you needed to come off. It would point out the turnings you were going past. So you'd be like driving along, and you're like, oh, turning for my favourite one was it was going to Woolacombe in Devon, turning for Sanford Pebble, and I was like, oh, we obviously need to come off here. Did we fuck? It was just telling us there was a turn-in for Sanford Pebble there. So, yeah, it was reams and reams and reams. Google Maps, do you use them?
I actually have physical fights where I remember actually grabbing my TomTom. See my TomTom, grabbing my TomTom when it was just the TomToms you got in the car before they went in the phones. And I actually wanted to headbutt the cow and then throw her out my window. And what they do is they say, turn left, but you think, well, there's a left coming, isn't there? It's just right there. She doesn't. That cow doesn't mean that one. She means the fucking next one.
Yeah.
And then somebody behind you is going, "Whoa, what you doing?" I'm like, "Fuck you! I'll fucking kill you!"
And
And
they
then
still
I'm
don't,
like, "No."
and they still don't know what the fuck they're doing in road diversions either. Do you know what I mean?
No, that go round and round and round.
Round
Well, as
and round.
most of us know, we'll be diverted onto another diversion. Somebody just put then about the difference in 1 minute it's feet, 1 minute it's yards, and then it's a quarter of a mile. Make your bastard mind up. 1 second on this thing. Do you have a man telling you the directions or a woman, Danny?
Women. I couldn't have a man. I'd start trying to chat him up. I've not had sex for ages. I'd be like, right, where we going, darling? The West End. Oh, you should just show me the way, sweetheart. No, I need a woman.
Woman. Leo, did you say woman?
No, I think I'd want a man. It sounds. I just think it'd be more, accurate.
I couldn't give a shit as long as they tell me where the fuck I'm going. You know what I mean?
Because there's weird ones on there as well, like boy band and shit like that. I reckon
what's that 86 gender? I prefer that one.
The what?
That 86. How many genders are there now? Do you know what I mean? You should be able to have them for halves. You know what I mean?
We're covering everything. We're covering Black Lives Matter. We're covering genders here today. It's the whole thing here. I love this. I reckon there's nothing better though than there should be a West Country voice. Turn left down here, my lovely. Oh, straight on, my darling. Straight over the roundabout. Oh, we missed the turning, you little bugger. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Right, we're going to go on. If you're watching at home, please tell us what fucks you off. You can share the link as well so we can get more viewers, and you can also donate, if possible, to the Danny Hair Fund, the Dean Kerris and Tummy Tuck Fund, Teeth and Tummy Tuck Fund, and Leo's Penis Shrinkage Fund. That would be lovely. So Leo, it's one of yours. Leo, the year 2020. Tell us how it's been for you.
It's not been a good year, has it? I mean, it started off all right. Went to do some gigs and stuff. Then went this coronavirus thing. Now everybody's going mad on each. I don't know if thing is because with coronavirus, you're not allowed to go out. You're not allowed to go to the pub and have real normal interaction. So all you have is social media. And everybody's going crazy on social media with shaming each other for having barbecues or shouting at each other for doing something that might be racist or whatever, but really isn't racist at all. I don't know. All this seems to be mad out there. I just want to go to Weatherspoons and talk to somebody in a normal conversation.
So tell us the difference between, obviously you've just come out from Australia. How different was it between here and there?
So in Australia, you could go, all the shops were open, bars were open. There were some, up until when I left, there were some restrictions in the bars, restaurants, all that were open, which, for me, I'm a cocktail bar kind of guy, Keris, you know that. It was pretty much fun. I'd, go to the beach every day, went running on the beach every day, went hiking in the hills. It was just brilliant.
I can't believe all the shops are open. Was there any kind of distancing or anything like that, or
nah, there was for a while, but there isn't any coronavirus in Australia or in Western Australia. It just comes in the cruise ships. So they say we've got 28 new cases. It's no, cruise ship just docked 28 people on it that have got coronavirus, and it's not like they just release them into they don't just fire them in a catapult into in the middle of a shopping centre. They're quarantined. Nobody gets coronavirus.
I think now I should have stayed in Australia and I'd have been a lot happier and quite brown. First night out, we will see on the dance floor is TikTok dances. Exactly. TikTok. Have you succumbed to TikTok yet, Leo?
No, the last day that my sort of Perth girlfriend, she was right into TikTok, but it's just, the worst thing about TikTok is you hear the same clips of songs over and over and over and over and over again. It's just it's terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. So Leo's telling us how is 2020. 2020 for you, D, is this quite shit, isn't it?
Well, see, the thing was, 2020 was the year that I got my vagina out of storage. you know, and you know, and it had been insulated for a long time in a cave. It was I was in the attic. I didn't know if it was still breathing. And then last week, I actually saw her. I cried. I saw the peak of my vagina. And Boris says we can get and shag. Nicola says we can't. And you know what? I've been able to shag for the last 3 years and not been able to do it because I'm a shite bag. I'm like, let me talk about when I was shagging, and then let me talk about you not getting out with me because I'm a head case. Bye.
We were saying this. I mean, Dee said she's taken a fanny out of storage. We were having this discussion, weren't we? Because when I was in Australia, because of all the walking around and the work and whatever, I finally was actually starting to see the tip of my minge that I haven't seen for quite a few years because of my stomach. I was like, oh my God, can't believe this. And then it all just, the coronavirus turned up and now it's disappeared for what I can only imagine is for forever. Danny, 2020 for you.
Well, I'd say because obviously I haven't been travelling and doing gigs since March, I've got to know my neighbours a bit better. So I basically can't wait to fucking get back on the road. I'm not going to lie.
What a weirdo. Who knows? What's the next door neighbour called?
No, my neighbours are really cool. Actually, they're
what are they called?
We've got Mark and Leanne next door. Then we've got Jordan's great, right? Jordan and Martin. So they got a Parmo tonight, and they had 4 slices of pizza. But because they know that Amy's gone to see her mum and dad, right? She's gone away for the week to see her mum and dad. They think they just assume that I can't cook. So they message me saying, "Oh, there's some pizza and Parmo left here if you want it." It's like fucking feed the Danny fund. Do you know what I mean? Because Amy's away and thinks that I can't cook, which I think is great, by the way. So
Can you cook, Danny?
I'm not. No, not really. Listen,
Leo, he's got Soleros in the freezer. What more does he want?
Soleros, and I've got Vimto lollies, which are only
nice.
I can't even remember how many calories they are now.
41
calories. 41 calories. Zoom lollies as well. But no, I tell you why I can't cook, because Amy doesn't give me the opportunity to give it a go. You know what I mean? Like, I'll say, let me do this. And she's like, no, fuck that. And if I am cooking something, she's constantly coming in and checking on me. And I just get pissed. I've got fucking you do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Danny. To be fair, I've known you a few years and I wouldn't let you fucking cook either, to be honest. I like how the difference between
people wouldn't trust me. Do you know what I mean? To give them food poisoning.
I love how the difference between the 4 of us here is that we've been living in 2020, me, Danny and Dee, and it's almost like Leo's just come into 2020 as he's been having such a normal and nice time in Australia. It's only since he landed back in the UK that he's like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah.
What have I missed? He's been having a lovely year, and then we brought him back down to earth with a bump. If you're watching at home, please share the link so we can get more viewers and you can join in. Send your comments in, and Jim will pop them along the bottom. Let's go on to the next one. Who are we on? Let's go for... Oh, hello, Dee. People who slag you on Facebook, but then scuttle on by with their head down when you see them out on the street.
Well, it was actually just recently that I know this girl that get heavy slated for her comedy for a long time, all online, over everywhere, and get called all sorts. And obviously during the Black Lives Matter, everything's going on and everything's going mad. And I seen this person in Glasgow because I was making an essential travel. And I seen this person, I was like, how? And I was like, he obviously can't hear me. And I was like, how? And so I ran across the road. I was like, I'm a fat waste of space that's a talentless bastard that's claimed a P45. Explain yourself. And all he said was, and practically ran away and peed the floor. And I'm like, fuck you. Fucking say it now. I'm like, do you know who I am? Fucking idiot.
Is this somebody we know?
I did go crazy. I did go that pure Scottish cycle mall at. But you say no. Hey.
This is going to be somebody we know as well, isn't it?
What?
Oh, undoubtedly.
This is going to be somebody we know.
No idea. I wasn't even in Glasgow that day. But it felt good. It felt good.
I hear what you're saying. We've all got experience with shit like this. Leo, got any problems with people saying shit? I mean, I've read some shit about you on Facebook, but I've never seen you say anything.
No, everybody likes me. Everybody likes me and says what a nice person I am. so I don't need to worry about it.
Leo, I'll just tell you quickly. This is how much people like Leo. Leo got us banned from having a discount on food in a venue in Australia because he used to take the piss and take dates in there every single night of the fucking week.
They never told me I couldn't.
That's a very Scottish thing. I've got to stick up for that. I'll just bring my boyfriend.
I'm like, like
venues get like that during festival time. Like if you're doing a club gig and like they got like jonglers, or I know jonglers not around, but they'll be like, oh, do you want some food? If you got like somebody with you, they'll be like, oh, do you want some food as well? And but then when it's festival time, I mean doing Edinburgh Fringe, and the venue is like, oh, you're bringing your own beer in. You can't bring a can of beer in. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm doing a show, and they're like, oh, you still can't take it. You got to get. I've got to queue up at the bar when I'm like supposed to be preparing for my show and that. Like, no way. I don't know. It's a small problem, I guess, but like, does my
you have to incorporate alcohol into your show. I drank a can on stage, so every time I took cider into the venue, they'd be like, and I'm like, it's just a show prop.
It's a prop.
Mate.
It's a prop.
Yeah.
Cunning.
Yeah. Yes, Danny, have you had problems with this? People slagging you off on Facebook and then you bump into them?
I've never had anyone slag me off on Facebook. Oh yeah,
no,
I have, and I rang them up, and I dealt with it, and it's dealt with now. What I don't like is when someone is friends with you on Facebook, they add you as a friend, and you're like, oh, I went to school with them, and then you see them in the town centre, and you go to say hello to them, and they don't fucking acknowledge you. I'm like, hang on, you fucking friends with me on Facebook, so I just fucking delete them. I think, fuck you.
How many times have you stood next to somebody you're friends with on Facebook, and you're like, are they going to say hello? I'm not going to say hello if they're not going to say
hello. They added me. It's their chance to make the fucking.
I remember you added me, you bastard. Yeah. I like that. If you're watching at home, tell us what fucks you off. We got our last 10 minutes. Tell us what gets your goat. You can also share the link, which will be most helpful so we can get more viewers. And you can also donate to the Hair, Teeth, Tummy Tuck and Penis Shrinkage Fund. We're going to go to another one of Danny's. Now, this is funny, Danny, because this makes it sound like you actually do the washing up. People who leave the sponge in the sink when the dishes are in there. Now, what's the problem here, mate?
Right, this is the situation, right? So when me and Amy are in the house, we'll leave the water in. So we'll have our and we sometimes we can't be asked to wash up at that particular time. So what we'll do is we'll have to go back to the dishes. But what we'll do is I'll just put it in the sink, just put it in the sink. But you need to leave the sponge out of there because you need the sponge to wash the dishes up, right? So when the sponge is in the sink and it's fucking being drowned by one of the plates, it's like I'm doing a fucking bush tucker trial trying to get the bastard before I start washing the pots up. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm looking for the sponge, and especially when the water's hot, I'm like, you bastard. Do you know what I mean? Trying to find them. I've got to put a bit of call. And I feel I've got Aunt McPlan at the side going, you're doing well. Do you know what I mean? When I'm trying to get the fucking sponge. And then eventually you do get the sponge, and then but then sometimes you cut your hand with a knife. You know what I mean? When you're trying to find the sponge, because there's knives already there. But then again, I suppose I'm going to have to go back on what I said, because I think leaving the knives in there is a bit of a stupid thing, because then you could possibly, So I suppose I'm making a rod for my own back in that particular situation. But the bottom line of it is just don't leave the fucking sponge in the sink. Always keep it outside.
But you can see how simple things make people annoyed. This is good. Yeah. I mean, not necessarily. I know what you're saying. The worst thing for me is people leaving the sponge on the side and they've not squeezed it out. So you pick it up and it's just sopping wet, and you're like, why would you not squeeze that out when you took that out? I've got a little bed for my sponge by the side. It's got little pillows on it, and you just put the sponge in the bed. So that you just squeeze it out and put the sponge in the bed, and then everybody knows when they're coming to wash up, sponge is in the bed. Just need to get the sponge out of the bed and start washing up.
And the thing is as well, sorry, before I move on, is I get annoyed because Amy does it all the time and she leaves the sponge in the sink. So I start getting annoyed when I'm washing the pots up and I'm like, and I'm scrubbing the plate. And because I scrub the plate too much, water just goes whoosh and fucking soaks me.
I'm just thinking maybe get more sponges in the house. So there should be another one readily available.
Room. Yeah.
Dee, have you got any washing up nightmares? Oh, hang on 1 sec. Can't after my daughter does the dishes or say to her, you have left the water and sponge in the sink and she'll turn around and say to me, "How do you want me to take the water out?" As well, what? How do you want me to take the water out? What a fucking lazy cunt. Any problem by a dishwasher, you tight bastard?
No, because I don't
Good
trust
advice.
dishwashers, because I've used dishwashers, right? And I'll take the thing out and I'll go, there's still a bit left. Calgon are shit and dishwashers are shit. So I refuse to buy one. So no, Lisa Howard, buy a dishwasher, especially now when I've got no fucking gigs and I've got to watch me money. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Lisa, Jim's wife, Lisa Howard, cloth left in the empty sink with the crumbs still on it and not rinsed yet. That makes me feel sick. D, any washing up
I
right now?
I actually had this argument. Yeah. Firstly, you can save that, right? So you can buy proper sponges, Danny, not the wee cheap ones that sink to the bottom. Buy the ones that float up to the top. They're about £2 a whip. You know what I mean? But
really?
they work when they get
I
to the
buy
top.
the 5 for a pound in the pound shop. You see, I need to
Yeah,
start.
that's what's happening, and I hate that. I'll go in and my kid has filled up the sink, and she thinks she's doing me a favour, and I'm trying to smile at her because my children's mental health's already fucked with this lockdown, and I'm like, fucking get the sponge next to the sink, you fucking idiot! You know? So
Yeah.
no, I hate it, and I hate squeezing out old water. What you said, when it's wet and then you squeeze and it's cold and it's
Yeah,
Dirty bastard. Yeah, there's bits of fucking pasta sauce from the other day. You know what I mean?
potatoes stuck to it. Leo, do you have any problems washing up, my darling?
I don't like it when people squeeze out all the soap and, like, you know, when they finish doing washing their bit. Like, I used to live in a shared bit, so like somebody will, like, wash the thing and then squeeze all the soap out of the sponge. I could have used that soap. That's perfectly good soap. Why are you pouring it down the sink? I mean, I hate to sound Scottish now.
I was going to say
that
frugal as fuck. Now you said that you're a cheap bastard, and then you've got. We'll go on to this one. We'll use this as our last subject. Leo's people who hate billionaires. Are you one?
No, I think billionaires are great. And like everybody's flagging up. I see on Facebook, everybody's like, "Oh, Bill Gates, oh, he's evil. He's like developing this coronavirus vaccine, so it's going to do something bad. It's, you know, he's vaccinating everybody and it's bad and stuff." It's like, no way, that guy's spending like billions, like curing malaria, like ending poverty, ending like AIDS and all this sort of stuff. If I had his money, I'd just be like going around like getting people to like kiss their grandmas and stuff, getting them eat like a teaspoon of dog shit, because everybody's got their price. You know, everybody's got their price. They'd eat a teaspoon of dog shit for enough money. And that's what I'd be doing. Man, should be like, people should be glad that Bill Gates has got that money.
Billionaires are doing good shit, and people are fucked off that they're doing good shit. And then if you were a billionaire, you wouldn't do good shit. You'd just give them reason to be fucked off with you.
Why would I want to end any
Oh
of
no,
those diseases?
John, no. People who wash the dishes and leave them to dry, it's not doing the dishes, it's doing half a job.
Yes,
I'm that. I'm one of those.
I'm one of them as well. And I leave it because it saves me drying it. Then I'll go back 2 hours later.
It's more hygienic. That's how you're putting all the bacteria out around them.
Yes, John. John,
when you wash your clothes, John, when you wash your clothes, do you put them in the microwave to dry them, or do you hang them on a line?
Yeah.
You rub them with a little towel.
Relax, man. Just relax.
We're gonna wind this up now, guys. This has been. How fucked up are you, Danny? It was the washing up that sent you over the edge.
I was the washing up that sent me over the edge, yeah. And thank God I've done it before the show tonight, because and thank God my Parmo, my pizza is actually in a pizza box, so I don't have to do any washing up. Fucking brilliant.
Oh, there we go. John's back. Tumble dryer.
Right.
If you wash if I wash them, make my kids dry them. There we go. If you wash them, make your kids dry them and put them away. That's good, and that's why we have kids for. Leo and Danny are yet to have one. Caught my son draining leftover cereal. Oh, cereal milk in the bin, then squishing the cereal.
The wrong way round. That's so the wrong way round. That's completely the wrong way round. Put the milk in the sink and the cereal in the bin. Melanie, I 100% agree with you.
Twat. D, squish it cereal down the plug with all the hair and the potato and the.
It's just a recipe for pigs, isn't it? Eventually, once it all fucking goes in, you know.
Lovely. Anyway, if you've been watching at home, that's been fabulous. You've joined in with your comments. If you can carry on sharing for us, that'd be lovely. Danny, what have you got going on this week?
I don't think I've got anything on this week. I'm having a nice weekend.
When's your
weekend. Nothing on. Lovely stuff.
When's your show with Bobby?
It was Wednesday. Just gone.
How was that? Good?
It was good. We had a laugh. We'll probably be doing another one in a few weeks or something. It was fun.
Okay. Bobby Davro, just in case you haven't been listening to Danny before. Dee, what have you got coming up?
I'm actually starting rehearsing with What's Your Face this Sunday. I'm going to guest appear on their online comedy drama that they're doing. I'm also on with Ronnie at 10 p.m. on Sunday, and I'm on with you on Monday night.
Yay! Leo, now you've been back to Earth, brought back to Earth with a bump. Have you got anything that you're doing that you want to talk about, promote?
I'm filming videos for Comedy Unleashed, but I put them on my channel. So go and watch my channel because I get money when people watch it.
There you go.
Leo cares on YouTube.
Yeah, cool. Like Dee said, I'm back with her on Monday. I also got another show tomorrow, Spouting Nonsense, back with the Mad Crew. So if you want to join us for that, that'd be fantastic. This has been Gets My Goat, Gets Your Goat, Get Everybody's Goat. This has been Gets My Goat, everybody. Thank you to Danny, Dee, and Leo. Bye, everybody.
Cheers.